Hey guys, it's Mr. Tryhard, and welcome back. Today, we will be doing another Snarled video. Now, today guys, we will be reacting to another Snarled video. I see that you guys liked the last Snarled video. I got 100 and over 160 views right now, currently when I'm making this video. We're reacting to another one. Welcome to the torture room. And let me show you guys one trick real quick, right? Put your arm out like this, right? Put one arm like this, right? And then try to bite your ear. Now you see. I just wanted to show you guys that. Alright, it might lag, so let's just get to the video. Are you ready, my tryhards? Alright, let's go.
Good night. It wasn't her mother's voice. Hey, I'm Sapphire. Want to hear something scary? This is a true story from a friend of mine who spent 3 months living in a haunted house. When Lauren was 4 years old, her dad got a new job in West Virginia. They bought a nice plot of land where they planned to build their house. It was going to be a while before they would be able to move in, and so they looked around for a house they could live in temporarily. They needed to find a place fast, and so they were excited to find one that was incredibly cheap. They pulled up to a large house made of old dark wood on Kenwood Place. The front yard had a tree from which a rickety old swing swayed in the wind. In the backyard was a pool. This house was built in the 1800s. It's got a lot of charm and history, so are you interested? The realtor said, shoving the contracts in front of them. They barely had a chance to look at the entire house, but Lauren's parents were so desperate to find a place that they weren't even taken aback by how insistent the realtor was. It is a really good deal, Lauren's mom said, and it'll only be temporary. Yes, we'll take it, Lauren's dad told her. Oh, thank God. Congratulations! From the moment they moved into the house, everyone in the family had an uneasy feeling, but because they were desperate, they chose to ignore it. Odd things happened every now and then, like showers turning on and off when no one was in the bathroom. Lights would turn back on after being turned off. Lauren's parents would accuse her of playing with the switches, but Lauren was much too short to reach them. They also kept hearing weird, muffled sounds, like groans and crying, all coming from the one room they hadn't had a chance to look at, the basement. It's probably just old pipes, her dad would say. A week had passed since they moved in, and they decided to celebrate by taking a dip in their new pool. Lauren couldn't swim, so she stayed at the edge, right by her mother. Then the phone inside the house began to ring. Honey, can you keep an eye on Lauren? And no more than 1 second after she stepped out of the pool, she heard a loud splash. She turned around to find Lauren in the other end of the pool, sinking deeper and deeper under the water. Lauren's mother jumped back in and swam towards her daughter and pulled her out to safety. She has no idea how Lauren ended up on the opposite side of the pool in such a short amount of time. That wasn't the only time something unexplainable happened to Lauren. She never used to have trouble sleeping alone until she moved to that house. Some nights, before she went to bed, she would hear a woman say, "Good night," right as she turned off the lights. And it wasn't her mother's voice. The sounds from the basement continued until one day, her dad decided to go down there and investigate. He opened the door, turned on the lights, and screamed. Lauren and her mother came running, and her mother told her not to look, but of course she did. There, in the basement, was an antique electric chair. As it turns out, this house was used as a torture site in the 1800s, and many people suffered and lost their lives within these walls. Over the next 3 months, strange things continued to happen. Lauren's dad had a mysterious cut on his hand that wouldn't heal. Her mother almost suffocated from choking when she wasn't eating. They finally decided to sell the house and stay in a hotel until their new house was finished with construction. The day they left, Lauren saw a man waving goodbye to them on the front steps. It wasn't until they moved out of that house that they learned that the previous owners also had similar things happen to them. And the man who bought the house after them was arrested for being in possession of torture weapons, which he swears didn't belong to him, but were part of the house. Whether or not the people who were killed in that house deserve to die, they've made it very clear that they don't want to be the only ones to suffer there. So, do you think those spirits were friendly or malevolent?
Okay.
Would you have stayed in that house as long as Lauren and her family did? Let me know in the comments.
Okay, that was okay. Kinda disturbing for me. Let's go to a next video. Okay.
Oh my god.
No copyright, no copyright, no copyright, no copyright, no copyright. Hold up, guys. Yeah, you just gotta see the screen real quick. Okay, skip out. Okay. Okay, let's get to the next video. It says supernatural true crime. We're gonna watch one more, guys, okay? And let's get to the video. Alright. I think we're going. Let's get it.
Fire. Want to hear something scary?
Oh.
Don't look at her or speak to her. She isn't human. We live in the age of information. Answers to everything and anything are available to us in an instant. And yet, there are still so many things in this universe that cannot be explained. In these next few chapters, I'll be sharing the most puzzling, creepiest, unexplainable events that really happened, from unsolved crimes to common paranormal experiences. Our first story is about a young woman who checked into the Cecil Hotel and never checked out. The Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles has been around since 1927, and since its doors have opened, it has had a very dark history. At one point, it housed famed serial killer Richard Ramirez, who murdered his victims in his hotel room. There have also been numerous incidents of guests jumping out windows and other unsolved deaths, just like the one I'm about to tell you. In January of 2013, a young woman named Elisa Lamb flew to Los Angeles from Canada and checked into the Cecil Hotel. She was first placed in a hostel-style room, which she shared with another guest. But after 2 days, the front desk got a call.
Hi, I'd like to make a complaint. The woman I'm sharing a room with is acting very odd. I don't feel comfortable. Is there any way you can move her?
So Elisa was moved to a room of her own, and that was the last time anyone saw her. During her trip, she kept in frequent touch with her parents back home. But when they didn't hear from her when she was supposed to be leaving Los Angeles, they became worried and called the LAPD. Around the same time, the front desk kept getting more complaints.
The water pressure in the shower is so low. The tap water is all black.
So a hotel staff member went up on the roof to inspect the water tanks. He noticed that one of them was open. He looked inside, and that's when he found Elisa, floating in the tank. To this day, nobody knows how she got in there undetected. But there are a lot of theories. See, Elisa had bipolar disorder and depression, and was on prescription medication to help keep her in balance. She kept a blog where she wrote about her struggles with her illness, and seemed to be very open about it. The most logical conclusion is that Elisa was off her medication, broke from reality, and drowned herself in the water tank. Another theory is that she was playing the elevator game. The elevator game is a ritual that originated on a Korean website. When performed properly, you can supposedly be transported to another dimension. In order to play, you need a building that has at least 10 levels. It's best played at night since you need to be completely alone. You enter the elevator and go to different floors in a particular order. Once you reach the 5th floor, a woman will get on with you. Whatever you do, don't look at her or speak to her. She isn't human. When you reach the 10th floor, you exit the elevator and enter a new dimension. You will still be in the hotel, but only you exist. Be careful. In this dimension, your cell phone won't work, and you may feel disoriented and even faint. If you wake up without taking the proper steps to come back to our world, strange things may happen. So what does the elevator game have to do with Elisa Lamb? After news spread of her bizarre death, a surveillance video from one of the hotel elevators went viral. It showed Elisa acting very oddly in an elevator, pressing random buttons, talking to seemingly nobody. Was she playing the elevator game? The Cecil Hotel has since rebranded
That's too
itself to
scary.
Stay on Main.
That's disturbing.
They can change their signs, but they can never change what happened within its walls.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching the video. That was disturbing at the end. I really hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, like, share the video because I need subscribers, views. I might do a giveaway if I have enough time. Thank you guys for watching. And if you liked the video, please like the video. You already know. And yeah, see you guys.